thought of that. Ain't nothing in life free.
Mm.
'Cause we have that example of a great fighter, of a great woman,
Yeah.
and we start from there. But we wouldn't be here without her.
Yeah.
And you just forget.
Yeah.
You let it go, and then God is big enough for you to have whatever you want.
Touch on that piece a little bit about just giving, because what I found to be true is that even with whatever business, I mean, again, going back to Los Amigos, you're serving, but you're doing it at a value that's good. I mean, everyone's food's just not good. I mean, that's just the reality. But like you guys, you give the friendly environment, you give the family environment, but then you give value. So touch about that piece about just giving, just having a heart of giving, because a lot of people, they try to nickel and dime you for everything. I mean, you want a piece of sauce from Zaxby's or McDonald's, you got to pay for that too.
Yeah, all the way from nothing, all the way from zero. Back in her country, Mexico. Your own family as having kids and everything will motivate you each day to wake up and work hard.
Welcome back to Echo Untethered. We have our guest today from Los Amigos. We got Carlos with us here in Myrtle Beach. You want to introduce a little bit about yourself before we dive into things today?
Yes, sir. Well, my name is Carlos Martinez, current owner of Los Amigos Jarochos. Yes.
So I guess just kicking things off, what made you go into the restaurant business?
What made me go into it? A great, beautiful woman, a strong woman, hardworking woman. She was actually the first one who started everything in the family as a restaurant industry. But yeah, man, her name is Guadalupe Martinez. That's actually my mother who made everything happen.
So you would say like this is almost like a generational blessing type of deal?
Yeah, it's obvious. Yeah, it's a blessing. It is a blessing. But yeah, thanks to her, we have what we have, and we wouldn't be here without her.
Yeah. You speak about work ethic that you referenced with your mother. You said hardworking. How much does that mean to you and your family, just hardworking? Because, a lot of individuals, they think everything is supposed to be handed to them. And it sounds like you guys kind of just got it out the mud, got everything out for yourselves, and then just passed it along from generation to generation. So how much does your family and do you value, just the hard work ethic?
Well, it comes all the way back into the past. Like, you gotta live a hard life for you to understand what's work and what's the privilege about gaining that reward at the end of the day, each day you work. For example, of her as my mother, she came all the way from nothing, all the way from zero, back in her country, Mexico, and as walking to school in a humble city or town, to not having school at all at a young age, and then working her way up in her own country, then coming over to the Americas and building her up self from all the way to the ground, all the way to where she's at right now. So work ethic it's always been important to us. Working hard, doing what we do, because we have that example of a great fighter, of a great woman.
Yeah.
And we start from there. But we wouldn't be here without her.
Yeah.
And we owe everything to her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that's inspirational.
Really, it's motivation actually to wake up every day and follow up the same steps for you to do to your own kids. Whatever she did, you want to copy and paste and move along with it. That's it.
Yeah, that's good. I want to talk about. I mean, you referenced your mother and how she's kind of built this foundation and this platform for you guys as family. I guess, just diving into your childhood and now being adult, I guess what was one of the, outside of, just hard work ethic, what was some of the takeaways? Like, what's one of your earliest memories that you said, I want to do great things for this family. I want to be one of the ones in this family that say, hey, I did everything I could do at the end of the day. Like, what memory comes to mind where that was that deciding day that you wanted, to do great things and honor your family?
Well, on work-wise in restaurant industry, it's mother. But as a man to man, is my father.
Okay. Yeah.
He was the one who taught me how to work hard, from all the way from construction, and all the way to if you know how to move a shovel and you know how to bend rebar, you know basically how to work hard. And you out there at the sun, it can be hot as whatever it is, but it's part of it. Having a great father is it's important in a work. If they teach you how to work in any kind of circumstances, I'm pretty sure you can do pretty much everything. Mom is more inspirational to working in the kitchen, restaurant, being a server, bartender, cooking, which is part of a restaurant.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So I guess moving past kind of that, what do you enjoy most? Because I mean, you do this for a living, so what do you enjoy most about just cooking, or just having a restaurant and things of that nature?
Well, it's more about serving the people, man. I used to when I was young. I mean, my parents opened this restaurant back in 2010, so I was about 13 years old. So you're young and you don't want to take care of a customer, so you shy, you can be whatever.
Yeah.
So I focus more in the kitchen, and I focus more into what my mother was doing in the kitchen. But as I grew older, I realized that serving people is fun, getting to know people, and taking care of them. And then at the end of the day, I feel like the love is mutual between customers and serving.
Yeah.
And more whenever you have the responsibility of taking care of them, because you want them to come back to your business, knowing that if you do good, they're gonna come back, and at the end of the day, you're working for the mother who's gonna have customers coming back. So
yeah,
it all goes back to one point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's an interesting point. That's one of the mindsets that I've adopted, which is, the chief of them all or the greatest of them all is servant, and just in my beliefs and having a word, a life filled with the word and faith. But you touched on an interesting point there. You said just serving in general. I think a lot of business owners forget that with your business, you're serving and you're fixing a problem. In your case, you're feeding the hungry.
Right.
That's the way you're serving, and that's really interesting, because I feel like, not in your case, because you and your family have been really humble from the time that I met you guys, but some business owners can be arrogant and just they forget about the servant too.
Yeah.
And I can just tell, just meeting you briefly, I could tell that's who you were. You were just open. You were honest. You were just trying to serve in what capacity. You asked me, was I all right? Did I need anything? Like, that goes a long way. And I feel like sometimes business owners can just forget that. But I mean, you guys do a great job. I mean, just me being a stranger, first day in, it was just the atmosphere. It was, definitely family oriented. And that's what you speak about, your mother, your father, just family in general, hard work. It's really family oriented here. I guess you talked about, what you enjoy and kind of the highs about it, but I guess if you can dive into what made you resilient, what made you keep going, because in business there's ups, there's downs. So, talk about some of the challenges that you've overcame, and then how that has produced, you to be a better man or a better husband or a better father. Like, what does that look like for Carlos?
Well, it all starts back in when I was 18, whenever my first daughter was born. So, you have your first child, you have to work hard, and you motivate yourself to wake up, work hard. Maybe it wasn't here when I was, at that time. Working as a cook in other restaurants. family as your own family as having kids and everything will motivate you each day to wake up and work hard. So that's my biggest motivation in life. Um, and then you do what you do, and then it's fun. You if you like cooking and you're having fun at it, you go to work and have fun. You don't look at it as a job. You look at it as more like I'm bringing food into the house. My kids can be having fun at home because daddy's working at whatever he's doing and he's enjoying it. But struggles, any work you do, I believe you will always have a struggle. Even if you're selling bubblegum in the streets, you
Yeah,
will
I agree.
always have a struggle in life. I realized that I'm the youngest of all of my brothers and I have one sister and my brothers. So I learned from their mistakes, and at the same time, I learned from their humbleness. They're all humble and everything, and it comes all as a family like it is. So I learned through the years watching them struggle, but everybody struggles, and I mean, nothing comes easy in this life. So personally wise, it can be too like a lot of stress, struggle. But at the end of the day, you gotta wake up and don't cry about it,
Yeah, yeah,
and work.
yeah. Do you think like the struggle that you've seen growing up and then that you've encountered yourself, do you think that made you a better man? Did you think that made you a
Yeah.
wiser man?
Yeah.
Like what I guess from your knowledge from the struggle and seeing things, like what are some things that I guess you're passing down to the next generation? I mean, you talk about your mother and your father instilling hard work ethic and building nothing to something. So I guess what are some of the key components that you are trying to pass down to the generation that comes after you?
Oh, with my son, my daughters, teaching them how to simplest things, how to throw trash at home. Work is since I was taught of that, ain't nothing in life free, and you wanna teach the youngest ones since the beginning, and get them ready for life because life is not easy, and just like for example, the bills ain't easy to pay, and most of the times we're struggling. Like you said, it's an up and down, especially in the restaurant business. So yeah, just teach the young ones, the ones that you love, the ones that you have, how to wake up and do simple chores like throw trash away and be respectful and work hard.
Yeah.
Work hard because that's all it takes. If you're not working hard on whatever you do, you're not doing nothing right.
Yeah, I agree. What is the future of Los Amigos looks like? What are you guys trying to hit? Because I mean, you have chain restaurants, but what I found to be true is that the mom and pop shops, they taste the best. They have the family oriented feeling. Like it's different when you go into a restaurant and you can tell that the family put love in the food instead of just whipping it out as quick as it can. So what does Los Amigos looks like in the next 5 or 10 years? Like what are we thinking about? Are we trying to take over the world? What are we doing?
Well, first of all, if God lets us continue the business, I see it real successful. You have to picture it real successful if you want it to be. If it has to happen, you have to picture it right. But I do see another restaurant maybe in a couple months, and keep it going because I mean, generation it comes way back. It comes all the way back to my grandmother. My grandmother gave the recipes to my mom, and then my mom gave the recipes to us, and then we keep it going. So maybe the next generation of my kids or nephews, whoever, keep it going, and Los Amigos will keep it up and don't let the name die.
Yeah.
In the future.
Speaking about that, what does Los Amigos mean?
Los Amigos is it's just it could be like our friends or the friends.
Okay.
It's the friends.
Yeah.
The friends. Yeah. Jarochos is a slang word that we're from Veracruz. So it's just like another, like the Yankees
Okay.
from New York.
Yeah.
Jarochos is like from Veracruz. They call us jarochos. So
Okay.
los amigos jarochos.
Okay.
It's just another meaning that Hispanics will know that they from Veracruz. Yeah. It's just yeah.
So it kind of ties the origins where everything kind of
Right.
started. So again, coming into Los Amigos again, it just the atmosphere, the environment was just so pleasing, so welcoming, so homey feeling. I guess for potential customers that may look at this, I guess speak a little bit about what is different from, because I've experienced it, but what is different from just any other Spanish restaurant that is separate from Los Amigos. What do you guys do better that you would say that you guys do better than any other restaurant in the local Myrtle Beach area?
Well, in the Mexican food industry, there's a lot of not say culture, but a lot of plates that maybe you from a different state, from Mexico, and we have a lot of food over there. And if you're from like maybe from a different state from Mexico, and we from Veracruz, so our food is just different from whatever other restaurant is. But we try hard. We try hard to make our food good. And yeah, man. I mean, I work with a lot of my friends that own restaurants, and their food is way different than ours. But at the same time, they do great with their own. We are doing our great with our own because it's differently plates, it's differently taste. Preparation is different. So the food is always it's different from others. But we do try to do our best to make it happen to serve our people, and yeah, that's it, bro.
Yeah, I mean that. I think even just your answer about that, a lot of people could have went so many different ways with that question, but even in that answer, it was very humble, very humble.
I met real good people that are humble, man.
Yeah.
And it's good to have that in mind.
Yeah. I mean, I love it. Like I said, from the first time that we've met, I love the humility. It's great to see that. And I was telling, Jay this, like, just to see what you have going on. I mean, a lot of individuals your age may not have this going on or even have the mental strength to keep something going. Business is hard. Like, a lot of people think it's just cut and dry and it's, sunshine and rainbows every single day. But I think the portion that some people miss is that, like, business takes a lot of mental drain sometimes. Like, you got to look over finance. You got to look over the people that you're managing. You got to make sure, like you said, the plates are nice and prepared correctly. And then to all do that while having a heart to serve and to smile and to please your customers. Like, that's no easy thing, but you look like you wear it well. I mean, you look like you wear all of those things very, very well.
I believe it just depends on the people who are behind you. Yeah. You got to have a strong woman to keep you a strong man. So I do give praises to my wife, who keeps me up on point. And the kids, your family, you gotta wake up and feed them. So, and like I said, if you do whatever you want to do and you're having fun at doing it, you're just gonna wake up and do it.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I feel like if you do good with society, friends, and other people, God would praise you with whatever is best for you.
Yeah.
And He won't give you more than you don't need.
That's I've said this when I got married, because I mean, I'm only 23 and people are like, man, you 23 and you already married? But I said this and it agrees with your point, is that when you get married, and this is my opinion, but when you get married, it's like, as a man, you can only see what you can see.
Right.
But then when you bring a woman into that equation, like a good woman that supports you, she's like your eyes and ears on things you can't see from the back. And I totally agree with that, because there were some business decisions that I made that maybe I would have messed up if I didn't have a wife. Because, you know, hey, don't do this. Maybe do this way. Right. And it's like, it brings perspective. So it's not only what Carlos or what Russell wants to do. It's like, okay, I got somebody in my ear that wants the best for me. Right. And it brings a whole new perspective. And, you know, I hate to say it, but most of the time my wife is right, you know?
And then you better let her be right.
Yeah. You know? Yeah, that is definitely true. That is definitely true. But I don't think marriage is really held to the standard that it should be in society. Like, a lot of people try to trash marriage, but it's a good thing. I mean, it helps with business.
Yeah.
And if you look at all the wealthy individuals, most of them are married, and they're married for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, when you have that partnership, that's even those days that you may have a hard day, when you come back, it's like, oh, you did a great job today. You did all you could today. Like, that type of thing keeps you going for the next day. You like, I'm doing this for a reason, and I'm going.
Yeah. I mean, I believe everybody struggles in their own days.
Yeah.
Some might have it a little bit rougher. In my experience, I talked to one of my good old friends, and one time I called him crying about my struggles, and not realizing what kind of struggles he was going through. So, you know, you just realize what other people go through, and sometimes you're not even close to their own path. So, yeah, it's just examples of life, man. I believe everything happens for a reason, and whatever God will bless you with is whatever you're gonna have. And if it takes away, it's gonna, you gotta, you know, move on and work hard for another thing. You know? Yeah. But and the same thing with marriages. You married, and you gotta respect a woman. You respect her if she tells you to do something. You gotta do it. And at the end of the day, a woman ain't gonna be wrong whenever she's strong and mentally and emotionally, and whenever she keeps you up with the expenses, that's whenever you know you have a right one. So that's a good subject right there.
Yeah. I mean, it's just meeting you as an individual. A lot has transpired, and I really hope that the impact that you're making in this community, I hope you kind of realize it, because I mean, it starts small, just between individuals. Because now I'm going to take back the story. You know, I've met Carlos. I know what Los Amigos is about. So you definitely making an impact in this community, and I hope when, you know, the individuals watch this, they see, you know, I can be like Carlos. And I guess, what is your motivation to maybe somebody that wants to own a food truck or wants to own a restaurant, and they're of Spanish descent, and they're like, maybe I can't do it, maybe I don't have enough money. What would you say to those individuals, knowing the background that your family has come from? What kind of motivation would you give to them?
And direct them the right way, especially on permits. Same thing with the food truck industry. I see a lot of people who struggle with permits, city, you know, it can be whatever. And once you struggle, you don't want others to go through through that procedure, because I wish I had somebody else who told me, hey man, dude, you can do this. There's a trick for everything, so you can do this, you can do that. I would direct them the right way, and still open, you know, especially right now. If whoever needs kind of like an advice of how to do stuff in the right way, I will, you know, help a brother out, help, you know, and do everything out, you know, the right way. Help out. That's it. You want to help your neighbor. Yeah,
and there's a lot of people that, like, I found it to be true that there's a lot of individuals that kind of gatekeep. Like, oh, I don't want you to be as successful as me, so I'll give you a little bit, but I ain't gonna give you everything because I'm scared.
Yeah.
And I've definitely encountered that. But what I've understood is that if someone is hungry enough for it, which it seems to me that your family was hungry enough for it, that's why they're here. That's why Los Amigos is here. If somebody is hungry for it, they're going to find it either way. So why not make their life easier? Right. You know, when individuals come to me, ask me questions about, you know, social media or whatever the thing is, I'm always willing to give the knowledge. Because, again, like you said, I wish I had a mentor to say, hey, do this way. Like, I had to take the harder route, but it's worth it, because now in that serving to kind of heart posture that you kind of touched on is that I get a joy from helping others. And if I'm just giving you a piece of knowledge that can make you money to contribute to your family, then I'm happy with that because I know that I did something to help my fellow brother out or my fellow sister out.
Yeah.
Because it's hard enough. It's hard enough in this lifetime to then try to gatekeep and try to hold somebody back from being successful.
Right. I mean, if anything is meant out of heart, I believe you'll get something in return without looking for something in return. But you know, the universe will give you something back. I believe in that.
Yeah.
It can be, you know, the smallest thing possible. As long as you do it without looking for something as a reward, I believe you can get, you know. Which at the same time, you know, you're not focusing on whatever you give. You know, you give and you forgive. I mean, you forget without thinking about, oh, I might get something back. You just forget. And if you're gonna do it out of heart, you do something and then you just forget.
Yeah.
You let it go, and then you know, God is big enough for you to have whatever you want.
Touch on that piece a little bit about just giving, because what I found to be true is that even with whatever business, I mean, again, going back to Los Amigos, you're serving, but you're doing it at a value that's good. I mean, everyone's food's just not good. I mean, that's just the reality. But like you guys, you give the friendly environment, you give the family environment, but then you give value. So touch about that piece about just giving, just having a heart of giving, because a lot of people, they try to nickel and dime you for everything. I mean, you want a piece of sauce from Zaxby's or McDonald's, you got to pay for that too.
Yeah.
So it's like, what does that look like for Los Amigos? What is the giving? Because I know you guys give a great atmosphere, give great food, and I mean the place is polished, give a great just liveliness. So, but what is giving to Carlos? Like, how does Carlos give?
Like, yeah, I mean, in life, I believe if you ask nicely anything, man, it can be the smallest thing. You know, extra salsa. You know, the economy, it ain't good. We struggling to buy something and you know, spend for it. Customers don't have to get to know that because they just here for an extra salsa, let's say, for example. But I do believe if you ask, you can ask for anything nicely, the way you want to say it, in a good way, you will receive. And you know, at the end of the day, you know, money ain't gonna make you any better. Not $1. It can be $1 or 1,000. Not more, not less. It ain't gonna make you more. I believe out of my family that anything you have, you ain't gonna take. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, you know, plus I do believe that a glass of water and a glass of plate, not a glass, a plate of food, it's given to those who are in need. It can be a glass of water, it can be a plate. As given wise, we're not really concerned about it. If it's a need person, it can be a need person. If you need food, we're blessed to have food, and some people are not. But it just depends on how you ask, and in a good way, manners. You know.
Yeah.
But the economy is hard.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
I don't know if that was your question. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, you touched on some of the points, but I mean, even going where you went, I really like the way that you said, you know, money is not going to make you any better, because I think there's a facade, there's a mindset. Oh, if I become a millionaire, I'll be 10 times happier. Like will you really though? It's probably not about the money. It's what you believe for self. Like, if you think money is gonna make you happy, then there's a problem in yourself. You should be happy whether you have $1 million or no dollars. Like, I mean, obviously it would be easier to have $1 million, but I think a lot of people believe that, and I think a lot of people say, "Hey, if I go open a business, I'm gonna be a millionaire on day one."
Oh no!
And it just doesn't work like that. But I love like that money, and I think some people think money is everything. Like, if you only doing business for money, like, are you really doing business the right way?
As utilities, yes, it might be something, but that's again to just keep it going. But then again, I don't believe either money is everything in life, and I see it from then again going back to the family thing is I see it from them. We can be happy, without it, and we can be happy with it. It just wouldn't change a thing with us. And that's what we trying to teach, the next generations to enjoy it, because at Christmas, Thanksgiving, it's better whenever you're in family, and you don't need money to be happy. I mean, and then if you're blessed with whatever you just have to, be blessed with it and realize that you have what you have because you're working hard and because you had a good, mom and dad who back you up with it, and realize that where you at and at the moment in life, and that your own struggles, just to remember whenever you were in your struggles. So whenever you up there, you don't treat people differently because you struggle. Everybody struggles. So, and then don't change. Don't change your persona. Don't change whoever you are. Just be humble. You know.
I like that.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, man, and
Yeah.
But
I like that a lot. Well, it was definitely nice talking to you, Carlos, just to get a little kind of insight about who you are, what Los Amigos about. And I truly just want to say this, like, you didn't have to let Echo Untethered inside of this is really another home. You didn't have to let me inside of your home to even set up here or any of that. But definitely, again, just want to highlight that you guys are just amazing people. Treated me nice. You've treated me nice the whole time. Very friendly, very family oriented. And it's just a privilege and a pleasure. And I'm looking forward to Los Amigos taking over Myrtle Beach and taking over South Carolina, and then just the world. I do appreciate you, being a guest on Echo Untethered, man.
I appreciate you for being part of your project, man.
Yeah, man.
It means a lot to me, and I was counting the days whenever you were about this interview.
Yeah.
And it's fun, man.
Yeah.
I'm real shy on camera. I'm struggling right now to keep myself together.
Hey, you did well, though.
But then again, this is fun,
Yeah.
and I'm real grateful for you.
Yeah, man.
Putting me in your project.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. Any other day, you let me know, and we keep it rolling.
Yeah, man. I appreciate you, my guy.
All right, brother. All right, Russell.
My name is Russell Dowley, and I'm your host here at Echo Untethered, the podcast. And if you enjoy this episode, please hit that subscribe and follow us wherever the Echo Mark Network is. Twitter, Instagram, even our Facebook pages. And I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Thank you, and God bless.